Study of pollen germination. Pollination is a very important part of the life cycle of a flowering plant. It is through pollination that the plant reproduces. Pollen can be transferred by abiotic or biotic means. Abiotic means the pollen is not carried by organisms but through means such as wind or water. Biotic pollination occurs through agents like animals, insects or birds. The majority of plants are pollinated through biotic pollination. In pollination, a pollen grain is transferred from the anthers, the male part of a flower, to the stigma, the female part of the same or another flower. On the stigma, the germination of pollen grains begins by absorption of water and nutrients, and it produces a tiny pollen tube through the style to the ovary. This pollen tube carries male gametes to meet the female gamete in the ovule. Now, let's study how to stimulate pollen germination in vitro with the help of a nutrient medium. Materials required: fresh mature flower, dropper, beaker containing distilled water, glass slide, cover slip, needle, glass rod, compound microscope, 10 mg boric acid, 10 g sucrose, 30 mg magnesium sulfate, and 20 mg potassium nitrate. Procedure: prepare the pollen germination medium by dissolving 30 mg magnesium sulfate, 10 mg boric acid, 20 mg potassium nitrate, 10 g sucrose in 100 ml of distilled water. Using a glass rod, stir the solution to mix it well. Using a dropper, take some nutrient solution and put 2 drops on a clean glass slide. Take a mature flower and dust a few pollen grains from its stamen to the drop on the slide. Place a cover slip over the drop on the slide using a needle. Place the slide on the stage of the compound microscope. After 5 minutes, observe the slide through the microscope. Observation: in nutrient medium, the pollen grain germinates. The tube cell enlarges and comes out of the pollen grain through one of the germ pores to form a pollen tube. The tube nucleus descends to the tip of the pollen tube. The generative cell also passes into it. It soon divides into 2 male gametes.